Hey guys, Mommy, I don't work on your nerves, nothing.
Oh, you good girl. My hand's itching. The right hand itching, that's for money. And my right foot was itching, that was going out of time.
I wanna be unique. It's my life, I'm living it, and I'll do what I want with it. I wanna be.
Hey Journeys, where y'all been? It's Unique and I'm back with another video. Today I wanted to come on and do an interview with my mom. She has no idea what questions I'm gonna ask her, so we about to get all the teas, honey. This is my mom. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello guys, I am Evangelist Wanda Booker. I also have a YouTube channel.
Yep.
Over there on YouTube, Evangelist Wanda Booker.
Yep, so go ahead and go over there and check my mama out and let her know that I sent you or whatever. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to get right into it. So mommy, I'm going to interview you as if we is just on Unique show because this is my show.
Okay.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about your background. Where were you born?
I was born in Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay.
A place called Sweetened Water. And they used to call us the Sweetened Water Girls. They say ain't nothing like a Sweetened Water girl.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny because in Richmond, these local rappers, when I was in high school, it was a song called Ain't Nothing Like a Richmond Girl. So that's very funny. And how many siblings do you have, and did you grow up with your siblings? What was that like?
Okay, I have about 9 siblings.
Mm-hmm.
Because Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home.
Okay.
But anyways, I grew up with three siblings.
Mm-hmm. I
had a sister that was between me and my sister Rose. Her name was Angela. She was sickly, and they gave her 6 months to 12 months to live. And unfortunately, we lost her at 11 months, and she was right after me. Okay. And I have a brother that came 14 years later. Well, 11 years from my sister, and we are 14 years apart.
Yes, and me and my sister are 14 years apart as well. Almost like 15 because my birthday is in April and hers is in May.
Yes.
So my mama waited a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And if y'all want to know a little bit more about when I was born and what it was like for me growing up, me and my mom actually did a video on her channel, so y'all can get a little more tease as to the aspects of like me growing up. But when you was a kid, mommy, what did you want to be when you growed up? Because I know for me, like, I wanted to be like a detective, honey. I don't know if y'all used to play Carmen Sandiego. I used to also want to be like a figure skater. I wanted to be a doctor. So what did you want to be when you grew up?
What I wanted to be as a little girl when I grew up was, I wanted to be a housewife.
Oh my God.
And as
really?
Yes, and as a teenager, I wanted to be a preacher.
Wow.
I always was the preacher and the housewife whenever we played our little games. I always was about taking care of my husband and making sure that my husband was taken care of, because I wanted to be a housewife.
Wow.
And I always was up there preaching and preaching to the choir, preaching to the church, and just had my little, church group or whatever. But I always was the preacher.
That's funny because my mama fulfilled her lifelong childhood dreams, and she is a housewife.
Glory.
And she also ministers the word of God on her YouTube channel and amongst people out here in the community. So yeah, Mom, you lived up your dream, girl.
Yeah.
Okay, Mommy, so we talked a little bit about what you wanted to be when you grew up, and you said that something that was important to you was to be like a housewife. So if you could like think of what the ideal husband would be like, what would you say that you feel is like the ideal husband or your ideal man?
Okay, the ideal husband? Okay, I don't know if y'all know. But honey, I'm almost like a movie star. I'm a husband number 4. And I tell y'all, when you trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not to your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge him. He will direct your path, and he directed my path to Maryland at a cookout. And that's where I met my ideal husband, and that is my husband today. A man of God, a man that loves God with all of his heart. He loves his wife. He takes care of his home. He works hard. He sweat at his brows, and he goes home and says, if a man don't work, he don't eat. He go out there and work and do an extra job or two to make sure that his wife eats, that his wife is taken care of, and someone that is loving and kind, and you don't have a whole lot of confrontation, and we just sitting back just chilling and enjoying life. We don't have a whole lot of money, but the love that we have for God and the love that we have for each other and that peace that passes all understanding. I mean, it's the best life that you can have. It can be like heaven here on earth. I have my ideal husband and Mr. Stanley.
Okay, that's cool, Mommy. So my mom became who she wanted to be when she grew up. She got her ideal husband. I think she winning that life, Mom. You think you winning?
I guess so. Because I wanted a man like my granddaddy, and he knew how to take care of home. He knew how to work hard. And that was my great-grandfather. That was the one that raised me. And God gave me one like him. And short, too.
Short and dark skin. Okay.
Yeah. I used to like me some tall red men, but God changed that course.
Yeah, he'll do the switcheroo.
That's right.
So prior to where you are now, because I know you said that you was pretty much like a stay-at-home wife, but before you were a stay-at-home wife, what were some of the things that you did as it relates to work, whether that was like outside of the church and inside of the church?
Okay. As a work, I was in the child care field, and also I worked with special ed kids. Also, I was a foster mother. Also, I took everybody, children, into my house.
Yes.
You know, it was like the children, Unique, them just moved over in their bed. They shared their bed, was everybody's bed. Their food was everybody's food. Wherever they lived was everybody's home. You know, I was over the children's ministry. In church, I taught Bible study, Sunday school, went to different places preaching and teaching the Word of God, evangelizing. I always was helping. I was an usher, intercessor, prayer group.
Clean the church.
Clean the church. Had the keys to the church, and I could just go in there and just lay at the altar anytime I wanted to. People would laugh at me because I was cleaning up the church, but I did to the glory of God, and I would have on my bad suits and everything, and would be cleaning the toilet stools at the church. So I have done a lot, and even right now I am evangelizing. I'm doing street ministry. I'm going into being on the intercessory prayer group. Now each morning I'm on the prayer line at 6 o'clock in the morning from Monday through Fridays, thinking it's not robbery, to give my time to God and just reading his word and just trying to enlighten people, encourage people. I'm a counselor. People come to me, I cancel marriages, or whatever that need may be, and they come to me. God gives me what to say, how to say it, and when to say it. I just thank God for all the roles that he has given to me, being a foster parent, you know, and being a parent to other kids, and I just look back, and you know, it brings me tears to my eyes because I see, you know, my girls and the guys that I had in my home. They are doing great, you know, in the army, working in the medical field, and you know, just doing great things, and it touches my heart with my daughter Teal, you know, working where she's working, and plus got her own business, Teal's Amber Boutique, and we help her out, you know, with that, and I enjoy doing that. So I'm just, you know, God just called me to wear so many hats. I love to cook. I love to feed people. You know, our food is their food. You know, I'm going to share what I have. I don't mind taking my clothes out of my closet, giving it away, whatever I got up in here. I don't mind packing a bag for somebody. So some things you got to do in secret, and God will reward you openly. So I just enjoy the person that God has made me to be.
That's good. So we talked about ways that you did basically your work for people outside of the home. You mentioned being a foster mother, and you mentioned that you were a mother to me and my sister. What would you say was one of the biggest prayers that you took to God on behalf of your kids?
I prayed to God about my kids. I was sharing with Uneak on last week how you know, some things that I didn't achieve, you know, when I was in school, and I prayed that God will let my kids graduate from high school, go to college. I tried to be that mother that would be there with their kids. I didn't want to give my kids away, no matter what the struggle may have been, whatever we had went through. Maybe the lights was cut off, the water was cut off, you know, or something like that, but we never was in the streets, you know. And I just prayed that my children wouldn't have to go through what I went through. I prayed that that generational curse would be broken, and that it wouldn't happen with my girls. And I prayed that they would be successful in life. No, they don't dot every I, neither do they cross every T, but I am one proud mother when it comes to Tijuana and when it comes to Uneak. They have made me proud in so many ways, and they are so caring, and they are so sharing. They have an open heart, you know, for people. And I just thank God for Uneak is more like me, you know. Uneak has my personality. We do things alike, you know. She looks like her dad, but she has her mom all the way. Yes. And I just thank God for the achievements that Uneak is making. I thank God for her being back home, that I don't have to worry about her. And when she get ready to grab her wings and fly out again, you know, I'm going to be with her 100%. You know, so I enjoy her YouTube channel. I like, you know, what she's doing in the media with her little businesses and stuff, and, you know, and how her and sister come together and be helpers of one another. I always wanted my daughters to be lovers of one another and get along. You know,
we just seen some siblings that don't get along, and it don't make sense to me.
You
like,
know.
It does not make sense.
And when they do for each other, and when they're there for each other, it just makes me smile, you know. And I just thank God for them, you know. I wouldn't trade them for nothing. You know, I wanted a boy, but ain't nothing like my two girls.
Yes, I wish I had a brother sometimes so he can rough some of these dudes up. But I mean, we figured it out. Alright, mommy. So, if you won the lottery, what would be the first thing that you would do? Let's say you won it for $100,000.
$100,000. That ain't much. I can't do much with $100,000.
Well, what would you do? Come on, Mom. You gotta do something with it. What would you do? Just $100,000.
It wasn't too much I can do with $100,000, but I'll take it.
It's $100,000 more than you got now.
I would say I would buy me a bigger house. But
that's a down payment.
That's a down payment, and I don't want no house note. No house paid for.
Okay, so what else would you get?
$100,000.
Yeah.
What I would do, I see pictures of my children traveling the world and doing different things. I would like to just take us on a cruise or an island or something. Do something that I haven't done. You know. And you know, for me and my husband, we haven't even had a honeymoon. So I would like to just, with that little $100,000,
you'll have some more experiences, like outside of the house.
Right.
Okay, that's a good idea, because that would be the first thing that I do. I give me a one-way ticket to South Africa, and I'll be out this thing. So if I ever won the lottery, that's where I'm at. But don't come find me. So that's cool, Mommy. Well, what are some of the places that you have been? Have you ever been on a plane or a train?
Yes, I went on a train as a little girl. We used to travel from Jacksonville, Florida to Richmond, Virginia on a train, coming here to see my mother. My grandmother would bring us, and then we would go back on the train. So I remember riding the train as a young girl.
Okay.
And a plane. I rode a plane to Jamaica in the 80s.
I think Tia gave the trip for our birthday, and we went to Florida, and then we drove up to Spelman to go to Spellbound with Granny.
Okay.
And we rode it together, and y'all, my mama on the plane is funny. I wish I was vlogging then, girl. She like, ooch, 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 ooch. I said, Mom, it ain't gonna fall out the sky. You fine. Like, this is the safest mode of transportation they got out here.
Girl, what about our last plane trip on the plane?
Which one? What we do?
We went to Florida and bought my bag.
Oh, so one time we was going to Florida, and my mom, she assumed that I had her carry-on suitcase.
Because she was carrying it the whole time.
And I assumed she had her carry-on suitcase. And my mama left her bag in Richmond, and she was a tutu. She could not funk. She was like just too.
Girl, I wanted to get off that plane.
And I didn't think about it
in mid-air and go back and get my bag.
I didn't think about it until we was lifted off. And I'm like, Mom, I didn't see you put your bag in the cubby thing. And she like, well, I thought you had it. I said, I thought you had it. Girl, she was so through. Oh my God, that was crazy.
I mean, my bag had everything in it. It had all my clothes. I ain't have none but the clothes I had on my back. I ain't have no personal stuff. I didn't have anything. And I had to go to Florida like that, child. I was wearing my mama clothes.
My mama be dressing, so I think that was a humbling moment for you.
Yes, it was. God took me out of my comfort zone. I ain't know how to act. Girl, I was just too through. I couldn't wait to get back home. But my husband, I went to the airport and recovered my bag.
Well, that was good. At least they was able to find it, and ain't nobody do nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Because that's a blessing in itself.
Y'all, I had a gray jogging suit with a orange little tank top, and I had me some gray and orange Nike, and the drawers and the bras that I had on, and my earrings. Y'all, please.
Oh my God.
I guess Unique Mike can put that picture up there in it, because I got some on my thing.
You got pictures. Through life, different tests and trials come, and we learn different lessons. What would you say was one of the biggest lessons that you learned being a mom?
Okay, the biggest lesson that I've learned in being a mom was to gain confidence in myself, to know who I am, whose I am, and to draw the line, to have my boundaries, and to not settle myself for less. Because, you know, your children don't do as you say, but they do as you do. And it was for me, being a mom, and I didn't learn till later, to just cut people out of my life, you know, and to be an example for my daughter. Stop doing some of the things that I were doing, learning to gain a better look at life, for my self-esteem to be built up, for me to know who I was and who I am and who I belong to, and to learn that I was beautiful, fearfully, and wonderfully made by God, that I am who God made me to be, to build up my character, to draw the line, have boundaries, and know my worth. I wanted my daughters to know this because I struggle with it, and I did not want my kids to go through what I went through as a young adult, and as a mother, and with the motherhood, and just having grown daughters. It's just like I'll be 57 in a couple of months.
You look good.
Well, thank you. But anyway, I'll be 57 in a couple of months, and now I can, with Unique, I can listen to Unique. With Tia, I can listen to Tia. I let them, if they got an altercation or whatever, and they got to work some things out, I allow them to work them out. Tia may call me and say, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, and Unique, she don't say too much, but then when Tia called me, I say, oh, well, Unique, now you know you need to go over there and help the sister out, you know, or you know, where Tia, you know, I mean, you gotta understand where she's coming from. She might be a little tired of, she got her stuff going on as well. So what I do, I make the peace between my daughters. I don't take sides. Yeah, the mediator. Yeah. And so I thank God for that. And I always encourage my girls. I tell Uneak, you are so beautiful. And I'm telling her the truth, you know. And sometimes as women, we need to hear that from other women. We need to know how beautiful and how genuine and how lovable we are. We need to grab hold to our self-esteem and know that we are queens, you know. No matter what nobody say, God made us just like we are. Because everything God made, he said that it was good. And I know that I am good. And I know that Uneak is good. And like I say, that's my baby. She look like her daddy, you know. And like I say, as women, we need to encourage each other. If you see someone looking good, tell them they looking good. If they dressing nice, tell them they look they're dressing nice. You know, they tell me at church you was a bad dressing sister. They don't know some of that stuff be 5, 6, 7 years old, but I hook it up. You know, and I work with what I got. You know, and now I'm not so busy, got to go to the store. I work with what I got in my closet. And I have so much that I don't have to repeat myself. You know, unless I want to. Yeah. You know, so just be beautiful in the skin that you're in.
Well, guys, so this was the interview with my mom. If y'all have more questions that y'all might have wanted to know from my mom as it relates to her experiences growing up or what it was like being my mom, y'all can leave those questions in the comment section below and I'll let my mom know, and we can possibly get a part 2 out for you guys if this is the type of video that you enjoy. But I wanted to bring my mom on my channel in this way because she's always on the vlog, but you guys really don't know our relationship like that and like where we've come from. So I hope that this was enlightening for you. Thank you, Mommy, for coming on to my channel.
You're welcome.
I love you so much. And
I love you more.
Thank you. And y'all be sure to check the description box down below because I'm going to leave the links to the video that me and my mom did on her channel where y'all can learn a little bit more about what it was like growing up in the house with me, what I was like as a baby, all the tea. Oh,
yes.